As for the recent tour of Bangladesh, what do you think really went wrong for India? I mean, after they had a good World Cup outside Asia, this is close to familiar conditions. So what do you think went wrong for India?
You rightly mentioned that they had a terrific World Cup. Yeah, they came to the semi-finals and lost to a very good side, which was Australia, which went on to win the World Cup. And the method for their performance in Australia was totally missing in Bangladesh. If you see the way India played in Australia, the World Cup, they had a plan to their batting. They had wickets in hand, and they used to capitalize on the last 10 overs, and usually one of the first top 3 batsmen used to get a big 100. Whereas if you see the first 2 games, that didn't happen. They were losing wickets in clusters, and because of that they were under tremendous pressure. And also credit to the Bangladeshi bowlers. I thought they bowled with a lot of discipline. They didn't give any loose deliveries, and they bowled within the stumps. And someone like Mustafizur, who made his one-day international debut in the first 2 games, to have bowled that kind of spells to trouble some of the experienced Indian batsmen, shows that he's one of the best bowlers Bangladesh will have in the future. So I think it's more to do with not sticking to their game plan. The moment they stuck to their game plan in the 3rd match, they went on to win the match convincingly. And also the bowlers were out of sorts. Because for the first 2 games, especially the fast bowlers didn't have any defensive plan. Tamim Iqbal and Sarkar came with an aggressive mindset, put pressure right from the start of the first game. But the Indian fast bowlers didn't have a reply to that. All they were trying to do was bowl the same length which they did in Australian conditions, but they didn't have any defensive plan. There were not many Yorkers bowled. So I thought Bangladesh played with a fresh mindset, with a mindset to win. Usually the Bangladeshis I have seen of the past had a defensive mindset, whereas this series against India, they had an aggressive mindset and they were there on the park to beat India. But in the end, in the 3rd game, I think India played to its plan, India played to its potential and convincingly beat Bangladesh. So I think this can be a great learning experience for India, that there is a set plan and a method for them to achieve success on a regular basis, and they should remember that, especially when they're batting.
What changed for Bangladesh over the past 1 year or so? Maybe more, maybe over the past 6 months or so. What exactly changed for Bangladesh?
I think the self-belief. The self-belief was fantastic, and I firmly believe that the World Cup was a huge plus point and a confidence boosting tournament for them, especially the match against England, where it was a do or die match for both the teams. But in the end, Bangladeshi players held the nerve. The way the batsmen, especially Mahmudullah, got those 100s in tough situation, in pressure situation, and then the way their bowlers bowled aggressively to bowl out the English batsmen and to win that all-important game for them. And since then, I think they're playing with a positive mindset, with a mindset that they believe that they can beat any side in world cricket. And that's been a huge change. Talent has always been at the disposal of the Bangladeshi team, but I always felt that the hunger to win or the will to win was missing. But since World Cup, I think they've got that back, and credit to all the players, whether it's seniors or juniors, that they want to play with that kind of mindset. And you could see the way Murtuza, even before India landed in Bangladesh, started commenting that we are not overawed by the Indians, but we know that we can beat them. And that's a huge change in their mindset, because that shows that right from the captain to the youngest member in the side, like Mustafizur, who was playing his first one-day international tournament, were all aggressive, and that showed the way they displayed their body language. So I think it's a change in the mindset, not definitely the talent. They were always talented players, but I think now they become mentally stronger. The hunger to will, the will to win is there.